Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen it properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Just send the message to all the WhatsApp groups once. I've just started this session. Okay guys, great, awesome. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for waiting so patiently. I'm so sorry that you're facing some issues. Actually, the camera wasn't working properly. I don't know what happened. So I had to restart the computer itself. So now everything is working properly. I've changed a little bit about the setup as well. So I hope that is fine with you guys. I thought it looked a little bit more cooler according to me. Okay, so today is the day one of our project, guys. Okay, so for the project, what is going to be the project? How we are going to build it up? What are the things that we need to keep in mind? Everything we'll be discussing in today's video, guys. There's a lot that we're going to do over the next few hours itself. That is 1 hour itself, and let's hope that everything works out pretty fine for us and we don't face any problems like that, right? Up till now, so yesterday whatever we have done, we have created our components, small things right over there, right? So were you guys able to understand that? Please let me know. Were you guys able to understand that? Please let me know, guys. Good. And were you guys able to practice it, guys? Were you guys able to practice it? Please let me know. Yes, everybody was able to practice it, right? See, if you're coming to the session, you're sitting here, you're listening to me, but you're not practicing it, it is of no help to you. Being very frank, this entire session is just a waste of time for you guys. If you're not practicing stuff. So practice as much as possible, guys. That is the major aim that we need to take up. So let's get started the today's class, guys. Let me share my screen with you guys right now. Okay, so share screen and let us take up the entire screen itself. Share right over here. So I hope that you guys are able to see my screen, right? I hope you guys are able to see my screen right over here. Please let me know. Can we make different component folder for different functions? So you need to have one component folder. Under that, if you want subdivisions, that okay, this is my header component folder, this is my footer component folder, this is the folder which contains my carousel itself, and that is up to you guys to do that. But nevertheless, normally when you are creating a particular project, all your components need to be in one particular folder, guys. That is how the things work. Now, the reason for that is because that is the component folder that is actually public, not the entire application. So when a particular, try to understand this, guys, that in major companies, there's not just one particular person who is programming right over there. There are going to be multiple programmers who are going to work upon the same project. So keep that in mind, guys, that there are thousands of programmers who are working on the same website. So they need to be provided with various different kind of assets, and not everybody can be given to the entire website. Not everybody needs an access to the entire website itself, guys. That is the reason why you have to work upon these type of stuff as well. Okay, shall we start with this, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with this, guys? Please let me know, guys. Shall we start with our project, guys? Does component affect storage? So it is not about storage, right? Component works as an individual entity. So your storage, your memory is almost the same. It's not increasing, it's not decreasing. The only thing that is becoming better is your life cycle of the entire product. So let's get started, guys. Let me open up Paint so that I'm able to explain it to you guys what is the entire project and how we are going to build it up. It's going to be a very simple project, very straightforward, nothing too complicated about it, guys. If you're focusing upon the session, you will easily be able to understand it. So very sorry, let us start with the project, guys. So we are going to create a note taking application. Now what do I mean by this note taking application? Have you guys heard about the sticky notes, these yellow colored sticky notes that appear everywhere, on which you scribble some stuff up and you post it on your board or you post it on your book or something like that? These are called as sticky notes or just notes as well. So we are going to create an application that is going to host these sticky notes for us, a board on which I can paste my own sticky notes as well. So this application is going to be very straightforward, guys. This is going to be a rectangle. So let's assume this is our website right over here. We're going to start off with a header. Okay, so we'll start off with the header right over here, guys. In the header, it is going to be the place which basically we write DevTown right over there. So this is going to be of orange color. Let us put up an orange color right over here. Okay, a yellowish orange color header will be there. And we'll be putting up DevTown right over here, guys. Okay, let us take up a thicker note. And DevTown will be written right over here. DEVTOWN. Now you can write anything that you want. I'm going to write DevTown because that is the name of my company. You guys can write your own name, Shaurya's notes or something like that. That is up to you guys to do it. In the footer, guys, we are going to have a simple footer that is going to say copyright at a rate in the current year that we are living in. Okay, so copy, right, and at a rate 2023. And this year should change according to the year that we are currently in. For example, right now we are in 2023, so it should be 2023. We go into 2024, it should be 2024. So according to the current year, it should be updated right over there, guys. And then you are having your sticky notes themselves. So your sticky notes are going to be very simple creatures itself. You're going to have a sticky note. Inside of the sticky note, you are going to have the heading of that sticky note. So what does this particular sticky note actually contain? For example, this, let's assume it's a React like definition of React. So we'll be writing definition, and then we'll be writing, so that will be an h1 tag, guys. Okay, a big h1 tag or an h2 tag depending upon what we want to use. It will be bold in nature, so HEADING heading. Let's just write heading, and then something about that heading itself, guys. Whatever you want to provide a little bit of information about that inside of a paragraph, we'll be providing that inside of the sticky note. And of course, because it is a component, it is not just one sticky note. You can have like multiple sticky notes right over here. You want 5 sticky notes, you want 8 sticky notes, you want 9 sticky notes. That is up to you guys to figure it out. Now, inside of this particular bootcamp, guys, our aim is to create the front end. Please try to understand this, guys. Our aim right now is to just create the front end of our application. That is this particular sticky note application, guys. In the next bootcamp, what we are going to do is, if you are joining us for the next bootcamp, that is the backend development bootcamp, we will be implementing the backend code for this as well. So, for example, right over there inside the next bootcamp, we'll have an entry field. We'll have a button right over here. When you click on that button, you will be asked the heading for your new node and the description, like a particular paragraph for the new node, and you will be able to add nodes to it as well. In this bootcamp, our aim is just front end. We are here to learn just front end in React.js. If you're joining us for the next bootcamp, there you'll be understanding what is backend, how to build backend in Node.js, Express, and MongoDB, depending upon what we are using right over there. RESTful APIs will be trying to understand it, and then we'll be implementing the backend of this particular project, guys. That is how to add data to our sticky notes. Right now, when you're doing this, you don't actually have any data, right? You're going to paste the exact same sticky notes almost like 100 times, 200 times, whatever you want. But in the next bootcamp, what we're going to do is we're going to implement the backend code for this so that every single sticky note has a different information that we can pass on as well. It's going to be a very simple project, guys. Nothing too complicated about it. Why I've divided it into 2 different bootcamps? Because this is just a front end bootcamp, right? But we need to understand how to implement the backend and how to connect this. This needs to be an overall good project. And then the third bootcamp, that is the cloud computing bootcamp, will actually be deploying the entire solution on AWS as well. So I've taken it up into 3 separate parts, guys, so that you are able to understand on one single project how to do multiple things. That is the knowledge that you need to have. Learning a little bit of backend, learning a little bit of front end, learning a little bit of cloud computing, it's very simple. It's not that difficult. As you guys are able to see, we have already completed components as well. But how to integrate it? How to integrate it with the backend? How to deploy it on the cloud computing? That is the most difficult part. That up till this point of time, in none of the bootcamps I have ever done. So I wanted to make sure that this bootcamp remains a little bit special and you guys are able to get a little bit more understanding about the topic, and you guys are able to dive a little bit deeper into the topic as well, guys. So that is what I've decided. Is that fine with you guys? Is that something that you guys are excited, or you guys want to see something like that? It's something that I wanted to understand from you guys, because you are the ones who are participating in this bootcamp, right? So is this something that you're interested in? Is my thinking right for you guys, or am I going into the very wrong direction itself? Could you guys let me know? Am I going in the right direction? Right, guys? This is something that you guys are excited in. Front end, back end, learning it, building the project, integrating it, and then the cloud computing portion as well. Right? Okay, good. So that's amazing. So I thought in the right direction. I really like that. And I hope that you guys are also as excited as I am, because this is the first time that I'll be doing this as well. So if any hiccups are there, I hope that you guys are able to understand it, right? Nevertheless, I am able to see many of you guys are really excited for that. And I hope that you guys will be participating in that. You'll be completing the project even further. Let's get started with our project, guys. Now for the CSS, guys, for the CSS, I will be providing you guys the resources. You don't have to worry about it. I will be providing you guys the CSS file, guys. So you don't have to worry about it, guys. Okay. So when we'll be doing the project, guys, I will be providing you guys with a file called as styles.css that you can directly use inside of your project. So you don't need to understand what is CSS. You don't need to implement the CSS as well, but we will be implementing it inside of our code, because that is important for us. We need to make sure that that orange color is visible right over there. The footer is in the middle of the video itself, right? Great, guys. Awesome. Video quality not good. So that too will be changing it very soon. Right now, I am able to understand that the video quality is in 720p, and that is something that is causing a little bit of problem and a little bit of ruckus. But we will be changing it very soon, guys. Okay. Great, awesome, guys. So let us start with can we modify the CSS to our preference? See, my job is to teach you guys the project. My job is to teach you guys the concepts. After doing the project, whatever you want to do with the project, it is yours, right? You want to implement something new, you want to implement an authentication system for that, that only you are able to log in into the platform. All that is up to you guys. My job right over here is to teach you guys the basics of the stuff, make sure that you guys are able to understand it. So let's get started with our today's project, guys. And let me open up Code Sandbox and your live chat, because up till now I was not able to see your live chat. Let me just open that up for you guys. Also, guys, any suggestions for any upcoming boot camps, please let me know. This is something that like one of my students told me that this is something that we can implement, and that is what I'm following. This is not my own idea. I'm being very open for that. One of the students actually messaged me on LinkedIn saying that we can do this. Like, this is something that the students will like and we will appreciate as well. So I decided that, okay, if you guys are saying and you guys want this, I'm here for you, and it makes sense to me. Okay, so let's get started with that, guys. Let me open up Code Sandbox right over here, codesandbox.io. Let me go into the React application itself, guys. That we'll create a new React application. Why to take up the oldies? Let's create our own React application, guys. A new React template itself, and that is what we'll be using, so that we are able to start from the utmost scratch. And everything is done. We'll delete the app.js. We'll move the styles.css from source to public for right now, because we don't actually use it. We will be replacing it very soon. And the index.js, we will be just keeping, we'll just remove everything. We don't need anything right over here. Okay. And let's get started with it, guys. Let us get started with it. Let me increase the size of the screen. The first line of code, guys, what should we write? The first line of code, guys, what should we write? Come on, let me know. What should we write, guys? Okay, the chat is downstairs. So I'm seeing downstairs. There's nothing right over here. My iPad is totally switched off. So if somebody's thinking that there is something on the iPad, there's nothing. I don't charge my iPad. It's just for like a beautification purpose. Okay. Great. Import React. So one more thing, guys. This statement, right? Up till now, we were using something called as const React, right? Const React is equals to require and then React, right? This is what we were using up till this point of time. Now we are going to replace it, guys. We are not going to use const anymore. We're going to replace this with a new prompt, that is import React. When you use something called as import React from React. Now, you can do it in absolutely many ways itself. For example, the original way that has been provided to us is the strict mode, guys. But we are not going to use that. We are going to use the direct React itself. There are multiple reasons for that, guys. There are multiple reasons for that. But our reason to directly use React is very simple. The reason is that we actually don't want to use it. Okay. The strict mode and create root methods are something as of an advanced knowledge itself, and you guys haven't learned about create React application. So for that itself, we are going to use the import React from React directly. Okay, import React from React. Okay, that is the one that we are going to use right now. Now, why have we used this? Why not directly using our const method itself. So const method is a little bit outdated, guys. That was an so JavaScript, like I've already said. Do you remember ECMAScript? Do you guys remember ECMAScript, guys? Please let me know. Do you guys remember ECMAScript, guys? Please let me know. You guys remember ECMAScript, guys? Please let me know. ECMAScript. What is ECMAScript, guys? I've already taught you guys that, right? ECMAScript, one of the other names of JavaScript that has been put up by the European standard itself. And for every version of JavaScript, they name it as ECMAScript version 5, ECMAScript version 6, ECMAScript version 7, and so on and so forth. So up till ES5, guys, that is ECMAScript version 5, we had the old way of writing code, that was the const method itself. If you wanted to use the import method, that was a JSX feature. But right now, because this has become so famous, every developer was using it. In the latest versions of JavaScript as well, we are using the import statement directly. So this is the latest version, guys. This is something that we are doing. I wanted you guys to understand the little bit of history behind it, that why this change came up. Because in interviews, this is a very common question, that this is also a code. Why are you writing this? Why are you not writing that? So you have to answer it in such a way that we are not using the const method. We are not using the require method because it's an older version of JavaScript that exists. Yes, we can use it in the current version as well, as we have been able to do it up till now. But due to the popularity of the import statement that was originally available in the JSX version only, it got adopted in the latest version of JavaScript as well. So always remember this, guys. This is the answer that you have to give in the interviews. The same thing we are going to do with the import React DOM, guys. React DOM. I think I should have written it in capital. React DOM from React DOM. Okay, simple, straightforward, nothing too complicated about it itself. The next thing that we are going to do is continue what we were doing up till this point of time. A little bit of new changes will be there, guys. So we'll just keep an eye on that. But nevertheless, the rest of the things is the same. Let us start with our. So what is the next statement, guys? What is the next statement that I should be putting up right over here, guys? Please let me know. What's the next statement, guys? Can you guys let me know? Okay, I've written the wrong spelling of React. Okay, thank you so much for pointing that out. But what is the next thing that we have to do right over here, guys? Not function, guys. We cannot directly go to function, guys. We cannot directly go to the function. Okay, dot render method. Absolutely correct, guys. Amazing. Those who practice will remember. Okay, so React DOM dot render, and we will be using our parenthesis and whatever we want to render, where we want to render it. Now, where we want to render it is going to be the same document. Okay, document dot get element by ID and then root. That is what we have been doing up till this point of time. ROOT root. But where do we want to render it? Okay, where do we want to render it? That needs to be changed. Okay, where we want to render it, that needs to be changed right up there, guys. So for that, we're going to create a new component. Okay, so we'll go back into our sources. We'll create our folder, the component folder itself, component component. And inside of this component folder are going to be our other components that are going to be there. Okay, so inside of the component folder, we are going to create a new file called as app.jsx, guys. We're going to create a new component, guys, called as app.jsx. That is going to be our new component, guys. App.jsx, guys. That is the new component. That is the name of the new component, guys. Now, inside of it, we'll write the normal sentences itself. Import React from React. Then you are having your function, app, and parenthesis, return. Let's return an empty div tag for right now. div div tag. Okay, that is it. That is what we are going to return from the app. And then we are going to put up our export default function that we have learned yesterday itself. So export default default. Now, this concept of export default, I have made you guys understand in a very, very childish manner itself. There is actually a very good technical understanding about export default that I wanted you guys to have. So I'm planning to put up a video for, because that is an unnecessary thing. That is just a technicality itself. So for the technicality itself, I'm going to put up a new video for you guys. You guys can watch it on your own time. It is not related to the bootcamp. Just if you want to know a little bit more about export default, I'll be providing it to you guys on YouTube very soon. You guys can go through that video when it comes out, and a little bit of more understanding you will be able to gain out of export default, guys. And we're going to export our app function. Okay, that is what we're going to do right over here. And this app.jsx, we are going to import it inside of our index.js, guys. So import app from ./component/app. Okay, we're importing the app from right over there, and this app is what is going to be rendered on our screen, guys. This app is what is going to be rendered on our screen, guys. App, a self clothing tag, save. Okay, so that is what we're going to render. All the components that we are going to create are going to be created inside of app.jsx, guys. It's going to be loaded inside of app.jsx. We need to maintain a level of hierarchy right over here. So to just maintain the level of hierarchy, Smriti Yadav, just make sure that you are able to fill up the attendance for today and watch the video at a later point of time. But please make sure that you are focusing upon the video as well. Okay. So like I said, guys, the app.jsx is going to contain all of our new components. And every other component that we need or we require, we are never going to put it up inside of index.js. This index.js should look like a normal JavaScript code, guys. This index.js should look like a normal JavaScript code. That is the usual way in which professionals create websites. But for us, every single output, every single component will be loading it up inside of app.jsx. All our components will be present inside of the component folder itself directly. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Somebody's writing no. What happened? We are not taught you anything new. I'm just repeating everything from yesterday itself. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we start with our header component itself. Okay. So we'll call it as heading component. Okay. We'll call it as a heading component itself. The heading component is basically this orange color shit that you are able to see right over here. This orange color shit that you are able to see right over here, that is going to be our heading component itself, guys. So let us first by create the heading component, a very simple thing. We'll create our new component file right over here called as heading.jsx. Heading heading.jsx, guys. That is the heading component that we are going to create. Now, first of all, we need the CSS, guys. We need the CSS. Without the CSS, nothing will happen smoothly. So let me give you guys the CSS for it as well. I'll give you guys the CSS drive.google.com. I'll search for the same style style. I hope so. That is the name of the file. Okay, where are you? Styles.css. Okay, this is the CSS file, guys. Share, copy link. Okay, I'll put up the link inside of the description of the video. Will that be fine, guys? Should I put the link inside of the description of the video? That would be fine for you, right? Put it up inside of the description of the video itself. And I'll name it as the CSS file. Okay, save. So now if you reload or refresh your video, you will be able to see the styles.css file inside of the description. Directly, you won't be able to see it. You will have to close the entire video and reopen that. So you will be able to see it, guys. Okay, let me show it to you guys. It is present. You don't have to do it right now. You can do it after the class as well. So it will permanently remain there. You don't have to, like, even after the session, you will be able to see it. Right over here, guys, if I open up the video, so this is the video that we are currently watching, as you're able to see right over here. If I go back to the description of the video, if I go to the description of the video itself, you will be able to see the link to the CSS file, guys. I'll keep that CSS file, guys, right over here. I'll just click on this, and as you're able to see, it just opens up our styles.css file itself for us, guys. Now, once you're able to open it up, you guys can download it from right over here. Just click on the download button. It will just download it from right over there, guys. Okay. And once you've downloaded it, what you have to do is you have to come back to your sandbox. To come back to your sandbox, you go into the public folder. You have to delete the styles.css. You have to delete the styles.css, guys. We don't want it. We'll delete the styles.css and we'll upload. This is the upload files button, guys. This is the upload files button. Just click on that and then select the file that you have just downloaded. Okay, downloaded styles.css. And we will open it up. So as you're able to see, styles.css is now present right over here. Now, please try to understand it. Like I previously told you guys as well that the browser can only read your HTML code. It cannot read your CSS code. You have to tell the HTML code that, dude, there is a CSS code as well that you need to read. So you have to link both the files together. You have to link both the files together itself, guys. So we'll go into our index.html. We'll make some changes right over here. So right over here, guys, we'll just put it up. After this link tag, we'll put up link and then link CSS, guys. Link CSS. So provide us with a code, as you're able to see right over here, link relationship style sheet. Basically, REL basically means relationship. What is the relationship between index.html and the file that you are trying to link? What is the relationship between them? So styles.css is our style sheet. It contains the styling for our main website. Whereas the href basically provides you a reference, hypertext reference itself. Basically, where is this particular file located at? Okay, where is this particular file located at, guys? So we'll just delete it and we'll put up // and then styles.css. Okay, that is in the same folder. There is another file called as styles.css right over here, guys. If you are not able to see the styles.css link down in the description of the video, again letting you guys know, you have to refresh the page, you have to close down the video and you have to reopen that, then you will be able to see it. Okay, so now that we have connected both the files together, we have linked both the files together, we are never going to concern ourselves with it anymore. We'll remove everything. We just need to concern ourselves with app.js. If you want to see the file, guys, you guys can just open it up and you will be able to see the entire file right over here, as you're able to see. Okay, everything is perfect, guys. There's no issues with that, right? So now what we'll do is, inside of our heading.jsx, guys, we're going to start writing our code. The first thing, of course, we are going to put up our name itself, that is import. So we'll just copy everything from right over here. Why to take up all that thing itself? We'll just copy everything from right over here, guys. I will change the names right over here, HEADING heading, and we'll export heading as well, Control C, Control V. Okay, now the main thing is that this heading function is returning a div. We want it to return back to us a header that contains the DevTown as a text itself, contains the DevTown as a text. Now to do that, guys, what we're going to do is, so just like div tag is there, right? Div tag is a container tag. Are you guys able to understand this? Div tag is a container tag itself, right? Please let me know. Shivam Kharwa. I think so. You were not present in our yesterday's class, Shivam. I've already answered that. Okay, I've already answered that. Shivam, Akansha, I've already answered it on yesterday's class. Please go and watch it right over there. Or if else somebody, if they can help them out with the answer, it will be really great for me as well. Okay, so just like a div tag is a container tag, guys, this div tag is present on the top of your website, right? It always needs to remain on the top of your website itself. This is also called as the header of the file. When you're dealing with Word documents as well, you guys must have heard about header and footer, right? Something that remains on the top of any document that you're having, and footer, something that remains on the bottom of the footer that you're having, right? So we need to implement that as well, guys, right over here. So we are going to call this div tag as a header tag. Okay, there's no difference between the two. It's the same way as me saying that I'm a human being, but my name is Shaurya Sinha. So a human being is generalized, right? Many things can be a human being itself. But me, Shaurya Sinha, is a particular human being with a particular utilization itself, right? In a similar manner right over here as well, the header is nothing else but just a div tag, but because it is going to be on the top of your website always, you call it as header, okay? You call it as a header. Vishwas Pandey, are you guys not able to understand this? Please let me know. And guys, not able to understand. Vishwas Pandey, I've already said all these questions I've already answered in our previous class. Guys, please somebody help them out. I think so they are lost right over here. Okay, so let us start with that, guys. And instead of using the div tag, we're going to use the header tag. And inside of the header tag, guys, this tag is going to contain for us our h1 tag. That is our major thing itself that we want to change, right? That is the DevTown that we want to write. We want to write DevTown right over there, right, guys? So we're using the h1 tag right over here that is going to contain our text dev, TOWN, DevTown. Okay, DevTown right over here, guys. We'll save this. As you're able to see, the heading file is returning a heading function is returning our header that contains the h1 tag inside of it. This we are going to import inside of app.jsx. We are not going to use our index.js anymore. We are going to use it inside of app.jsx, guys. Let us do that. Import heading heading from /heading, because now our app.jsx and our heading.jsx are present inside of the same folder, guys. As you're able to see, it's present inside of the same folder itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. So we don't have to provide it with like, okay, go sandbox and then all this component and shit. We directly can write it down right over here. We'll utilize it right over here, guys. That is going to be our heading. Okay, heading heading. I need to put up the capital letter. I forgot to do that. Heading and then save. Okay, that is what is going to be returned back to us. Let us see that. Let us see what is the changes that are able to happen. So as you're able to see, now we are able to load up our CSS as well. Are you guys able to see this? DevTown is coming up as a heading with the CSS implemented right over there. Are you guys able to understand this? And as you're able to see, the CSS has been made in such a way that it looks like 3D. It looks like it is over our page itself. DevTown is able to see it very clearly itself, right? Everything is proper. No, why did we not use dot okay, guys, please try to understand it. We are loading the heading function inside of app.jsx. We don't have index.jsx, guys. We are loading it up inside of app.jsx. App.jsx and heading.jsx are present inside of the same folder. So when I'm writing dot slash, that means in the same folder as app.jsx, find heading. Simple, very easy, nothing too complicated about it. Similar to this, let us implement our footer as well, guys. Let us implement our footer, guys. We'll create a new file. Okay, shit, what did I do? Okay, inside of the component folder, we'll implement our footer as well, guys. footer.jsx, guys. That is the name of the footer that we are going to create. Footer, we'll just copy everything from here. We don't want to change anything. Control C, Control V. And inside of this, guys, we are going to change the name to footer, footer footer. Okay, we don't want to care ourselves, so I will just put up things that are needed for us. So similar to header, guys, similar to header, something that remains at the bottom of our page is called as a footer. Okay, something that remains at the bottom of our page is called as a footer, guys. And that is what we are going to implement right over here. So we'll just put up footer, footer. And the same thing we are going to copy down right over here as well. And the only thing that we have to change is the h1 tag. We cannot use the h1 tag. So I'll just check up what we can use from the styles.css, footer and paragraph tag. So we'll change the h1 tag into a paragraph tag for right now, guys. Paragraph tag. And we'll change DevTown to, let's assume, copyright @2023. Let's save this. Let's go back to our app.jsx, guys, and let's import our footer. So import footer, let's capital footer footer. Shit. From /footer. We'll save this. Go to the next line, save it, maintain that, and we'll put up our footer after our header, right? After our heading, we are having the footer at the very end. So after this, so you need to maintain this hierarchy. Which component needs to go first? Which component needs to go second? You have to maintain that, guys. So right over here, guys, we'll put up footer and / save. We'll go back to our website and reload the page, guys. We'll go back to our website and reload the page. Heading is not defined. Did I make some changes into heading or something? See that? This is fine. React function. Okay, we have not changed this. footer. Okay, we have not changed the export default, guys. No issues. We'll reload the page. As you're able to see, copyright @ 2023. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see copyright @ 2023? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see copyright @ 2023, guys? Please let me know. Yes, there's no issues with that. No issues whatsoever, right? Awesome, awesome. The next thing that we have to focus upon is that we have put up the copyright edited 2023. We have put up the heading itself. Now it comes down to our notes, right? We need to create our notes right over there. So notes is going to be very simple, guys. This is the part, not very simple. This is the part where there is going to be some extra information that is going to be thrown at your faces. So let us start by doing that. Let us create our notes component. Notes notes dot jsx. We'll name it as notes dot jsx, and we'll put up our code from any of the heading dot jsx or footer dot jsx. Let's copy paste it. Why to keep the entire thing again and again? Control C. I'll go to our notes dot jsx. Control V. Change the name right over here. notes. We'll change the same right over here as well. Notes. And this note is going to be a div tag. Okay, this note is going to be a div tag right over here, guys. So div div tag, and Control C, Control V, and we're going to go into our styles.css, and we are going to have an h1 tag and a paragraph tag inside of it. So the h1 tag and a paragraph tag inside of it, guys. That is the heading. That is what is the topic. Let's assume definition. And we'll put up the definition of React, JavaScript, live. Let's copy it from there. React JS, blah, blah. The library for web and native developers. Let's copy it from there. Let's push it up right here. Control S. So the notes are now created. We will go further with their app.jsx itself, and we will import our notes right over here. So import notes from /notes. We'll remove everything from there, and then we are going to use it right over here. So notes are going to be there in between the heading and the footer, guys. Okay. We have to put up our notes in between the heading and the footer. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Because these notes needs to be there in between the heading and the footer, guys. So let us do that. Let us create our notes right over here. But there will be something interesting that is going to happen. We will think that everything is going to work out well, right? We have created our component, we have imported it in the same way that the heading and the footer was being implemented, and everything should work out pretty well for us right over there. But when you go back to our website and we see the notes are not coming the way that we desired, right? This is not something that we wanted right over there. We wanted it to look like a sticky note. It does not look like a sticky note. It looks like shit. What happened right over there? Why is it not working properly? The reason for that is that there is a topic right over here, a new topic that is going to be involved, because many of you guys don't know HTML and CSS. There's something called as classes. Okay, there's something called as classes that exist inside of HTML and CSS. And that is what we need to understand right now, and how we can use classes to change how our notes look like right over here. Now, please try to understand it. A div tag, there can be a million div tags on your screen, right? On your website, there can be a million div tags that you're using right over there. How to identify which div tag I want to apply a styling? So, for example, there are so many body parts that exist, right? You have a lipstick. Where are you going to apply the lipstick? On your eyes, on your cheeks, on your hands? You need a particular place to apply your lipsticks on, right? So the styling, where should I apply the styling to? So think about it in such a way, guys. Everybody right over here has been a part of a class at some particular point of time, right? A class, I mean by a school, right? Please let me know. Everybody right over here have been a part of a school, right, guys? Please let me know. So inside of school, you guys had multiple students right over there, right? Let's assume there are 100 students inside of school itself. How do you identify these students? There are two ways of doing that. The first way of doing that is by dividing them into classes. These 100 students can be placed in class 10A, class 10B, class 10C, class 10D. So 10, 10, 10, 10 students are present in each and every class. I can identify a student by their class itself, right? So multiple students can have the same class. Maybe 10 different students are having the same class, 15 different students are having another same class itself. In a similar way as well, inside of a website, there are so many div tags that are there. Maybe some of the div tags, you are going to have so many notes as well on your screen. All these notes should have the same styling. Now, inside of school, you guys had an annual day function, right? Inside of your school, you guys had an annual day function that used to exist, right? In the annual day function, what used to happen? Each class would be allotted one particular song to dance upon in one particular type of styling for them as well. So you had to wear some like rang bilanga, chunky punky, shiny clothes right over there that you had to wear and dance in front of strangers itself, and the strangers will be clapping for you. Now that sounds pretty wrong, but that was the case in school as well. Even I had to do it, even you had to do it as well, right? So in a similar manner as well, the students of the same class were wearing the same clothes, they were doing dance on the same song as well. In a similar manner, right over here as well, all the nodes that we are going to create should have the exact same styling. All the div tags that we are going to create are going to have the exact same styling as well. And for that, we need to tell our code. We need to tell HTML that the name of this particular div tag, the class that this div tag belongs to, is going to be a particular name, that is the node. That is going to be the node itself, guys. Similar to class 10A, for every single student in class 10A have the same styling attributes. In a similar manner, right over here, for our purposes itself, these two, the nodes that have the div tag right over here, we are going to put up the class to that particular div tag and say that this div tag belongs to this particular class, and that class is having a styling right over there, guys. So multiple div tags right over there of the same class will have the exact same styling. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So let us put up the styling right over there, guys. And for that, again, I'll just go into styles.css. We are going to provide it as the node style. Now, within normal HTML, guys, let us go back. Let us go back to our code. This is the div tag that we were having. We'll provide it with a class. Okay, class is equals to, and then we'll provide it with the class node. Okay. Node. Now, there's a problem with this, guys. We are going to see what the problem is when we go to our website. But there is a problem with this. This is not the right way. Inside of normal HTML, guys, when you guys are using normal HTML, this was absolutely correct. This was absolutely correct if you were using normal HTML. But are we using normal HTML? No. We are using JSX. Please try to understand. Although this looks like HTML, although some of the parts looks like JavaScript, it is not either JavaScript. It is neither HTML as well. It is JSX, and that is something that we will be understanding right over here. We go back to our website, you are able to see that, okay, the note is appearing on our screen. It looks a bit weird, but it is there. But the main problem right now is if I do right click, this is what I told you guys, why we needed to learn about the developer console. If you do a right click right over there, go into the inspect option, go inside of the console itself, you are able to see that we are getting a warning. This is the reason why we are using developer console. So for the normal user, as a normal user, everything is working fine. Everything looks great. Amazing. The project worked for us. We think that the project is working for us. That is our thought process, right? But we do a right click on it. We go to the inspect option. We open up console from right over there. We scroll a little bit above. We are able to see invalid DOM property class. Did you mean class name? Why is it a warning coming to us? The warning is because of one reason, that is we are not actually writing our code into HTML. We are writing JSX code. Inside of JSX, class already has a particular meaning to it. So for example, for me, this Groot has a particular meaning to it. You cannot tell me that from now onwards, this is Groot. You tell me that, I will be like, dude, this is Goku. This is not Groot. This is Groot right over here, right? Class already has a particular meaning to it itself, guys, and that we cannot change. And hence, because our React.js is so intelligent that it is able to still render things for us with us making a mistake, but it is telling us a warning. And inside of our React, we are going to call it as class name itself. I've already told you guys that JavaScript is a case, it's a camel. Like whenever you are writing something like that, you have to write it in camel case. And we are going to use camel case right over here, guys. So CLASS class, CLASS class, NAME, name is equal to node. As you're able to see, the first letter is small. The next word is capital. The first letter is capital right over there. This is called as camel case, guys. The technical name for this is camel case. Now if I save this, if I go back to my website and reload the page once again, and I go back into my console itself, you will be able to see that I'm not getting the error right now. React DOM.render is no longer supported in React 18. Create root instead. Until you switch to the new API, your app will behave it is running in React 17. So one more problem statement we are able to see right over here. We didn't knew about this problem. According to us, everything was great, right? According to us, everything was great previously itself, right? Guys, from my end, there is no buffering right now. I'm able to see right over here. It shows excellent connection. There is no buffering from my end, guys. If there is a buffering, it is from your end. If there is a buffering from my end, I will be able to know about it. But for right now, there's no buffering from my end itself. Any type of buffering is from your end, not from my end itself. So if I go back to my code and I'm seeing right over here that React DOM.render is not supported. Of course, people are using React DOM.render because that is the most used methodology itself. But in the latest version of React, you have to use the new method, that is the create root method. Do you guys remember in the starting, we saw right over there, when we opened up a default template of React. Let us open up another default template of React, guys. Let us open up the code sandbox right over here. We'll open up a new create React application. We'll open up a new create React application itself. And when we go into the code itself, when you go into the code right over here, index.js, we said right over here that they have used the create root method. They have used the create root method right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. You have used the create root method directly. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. And they have used create root.render method. They have used create root.render method itself. So what it did right over here, let's try to analyze it. They had a component import app from /app. They had the create root method itself right over here. The create root method, they provided it with the document.get element by ID, and then the render method right over here, what they wanted it to render. Let us write it out. Let us write it out in our own way. Why to copy it from somebody? Let us write it out in our own way itself. Let's go back to index.js. Go back to our index.js. Instead of using import React DOM from React DOM, we are going to use something called as your create DOM attribute. So whatever was used right over there, we are going to use the exact same create root method itself, guys. To copy this out, that is the same error that we are also getting right over there, right? We go back to our inspect option. There was the same, there's something else that is happening. React DOM is not defined, so that we changed it right over there. So use it right over here, guys. Create root from React DOM. That is the one that we're going to use. And instead of using React DOM.render, we will use create root.render. We'll try to use it. Create root.render, and it's not a function. So we'll use it in the same way. Let us do that. Create root. I'm so sorry. Create root. This is a new attribute, guys. This is the latest version of React. Up till now, what we were thinking about is what is the popular use case, but we also need to upgrade ourselves to the latest version and the latest things as well. So create root, I will use the exact same code from right over here. Nothing we are going to change it. Create root and then the root element. So that is going to be document.get element by ID root. Okay. This is the one that we were using right over there. Control X. Control V, parenthesis, semicolon right over here. And then we are going to use the dot render attribute. Okay. Our dot render attribute itself. So we'll use the dot render attribute on this. Okay. So we just dot render and then parenthesis. Okay, just like this, guys. Just like this. Dot render dot parenthesis. Enter and put up our app right over there. Put up our app right over there, guys. X, delete this, P, save. So what we've done is that we have written it in one particular line itself. We can change it into multiple lines. Okay, let's see if everything works on pretty well. Everything is working on pretty well, but with the latest version of React.js. Now we have shifted to the latest version of React.js. We are no longer using the old version of React.js, guys. So instead of directly using React DOM, So what? Why are we doing this? Please try to understand this. Why are we using the create root method? Why are we not using the React DOM directly? The reason for that is we don't actually require all the properties of React DOM right over here. Please try to understand this. React DOM itself is a very big library which has multiple tools right over there, guys. So if you want to get the entire library back to your home, that is going to need a fucking truck right over there, right? It is going to take up a lot of space, a lot of energy, a lot of time right over there, guys. But if you want to just read one book, if you want to utilize just one book, what do? You go into that library, you get just that one particular book itself, you take it up and come back to your house, right? That is what we are trying to do. Instead of taking the entire React DOM and trying to do something, then the latest version of React.js, to make it much more efficient, much more faster, much more streamlined, you have been provided with the create root method. The create root method again takes up just one particular argument, that is the document.getElementById by ID root. That is, where do you want to create our new element? Where do you want to create the root? What is the root of our entire website? The where the website is actually originating from. All the things that is present, all the website that we want to create is present inside of our app, right? Where do you want to put up the app inside of React.js? We want to put it up inside of the document.getElementById root. That is the place, that is the location where we have to put it up, right? Just like the React DOM method was taking up, what do you want to render? Where do you want to render? So the where do you want to render is getting put up right over here. And then you are having the dot render attribute. Then you are having the dot render attribute itself. That is basically saying that what do you want to render right over there? When you're creating your root, what do you want to render right over there itself, guys? Are you guys able to understand this particular line of code? We have not done anything. We have just replaced our React DOM with a new function that is approximately the same. It's just like picking up root from right over here, placing root here itself for you guys, and then taking Goku and placing it right over here. Just a little bit of jumbling. Just a little bit of jumbling itself. If you are not able to understand it, please don't say I'm not able to understand it. Okay, just write exactly what you were not able to understand. I will help you guys out with that. Okay, I will help you guys out with that. If you are not able to understand it, there's no issues. I'm here for you guys. Okay, right now we have plenty of time. What are you not able to understand it? Just write it down right over there inside of the live chat. I'll help you guys out with that. Okay. The font styling is not showing up. We'll take it up one by one. Now we will take it up one by one itself. If there is any styling or something, I'll look into it. We'll take it up one by one itself. Okay. What exactly were you not able to understand? Just let me know. Why are we writing brackets in import? Okay, you can even ignore it as well. You don't have to write the brackets. That is a particular method in which we basically say that only this function needs to be imported right over there. This is a function, this is a tool, this is a book inside of React DOM, right? So we don't want to import the entire React DOM right over there. Otherwise, if you don't use these parentheses, the create root will be called as the entire React DOM. We just want one particular book from right over there. So we have to put up this bracket that only this one particular thing from React DOM we want to take it in. Okay, you can take it 5-6 different things as well, guys. You can take it 5-6 different things. What is create root? So create root is another alternative to React DOM.render method. So your React DOM.render method, what it was doing is it was getting the entire React React library itself. React DOM library, the entire library, all the books, it was getting it from right over there. And then you were using the render method from there. So instead of doing that, because you just want to put up something on your website, instead of using everything from right over there, we just use one thing. That is create root. It is a replacement. It's a new thing for our React DOM, guys. It's a new thing for our React DOM. Okay. What is the difference between React and inverted commas React? So React is basically the name that we are assigning. Okay. We are assigning that name. So var React is supposed to require React, right? That was what we were doing up till yesterday. So React is now the name for our entire library, that is React. That is what is happening right over there. Do we need to modify anything in the .html file while working with React? Very rarely. Sometimes, yes, you have to do it when you're using something like Tailwind CSS, Bootstrap CSS, or you want to add some external JavaScript files, some external fonts. That needs to happen inside of HTML file itself. Otherwise, when building the website, no, rarely, never. Okay. That's great, Pravi. Extremely proud of you. There is an error warning. You are importing React root from React DOM, which is not the supported. You should import it from React DOM/client. Yes, that is also something that we are going to do. Right now, up to this point of time, I want everybody to understand what is React create root, and then I will be explaining that in the latest versions of React DOM, there is a client and there is a backend itself. So that is what we are going to look at next. Okay. Okay. That's great. So somebody is writing today's lecture is boring as Barbie. So I found Barbie pretty interesting. So I hope so that that means that it is interesting as well. There's something new. Okay, great. Okay, so now if you go back to our website, guys, now if you go back to our website, do a right click again, we'll check. This is the reason why I told you guys about developers console, where you can go and check what are your warnings and everything. So right over here, again, we are getting a new warning, guys. You are importing create root from directly React DOM, which is not supported. You should instead import it from React DOM/client. So please try to understand it. Front end in technical terms is a client rendering model. Okay. So there are two types of models that exist: the server rendering and a client rendering. Do you remember what is a server, guys? Do you remember what is a server? Please do let me know. Do you remember what is a server, guys? Please do let me know. Do you remember what is a server, guys? Please let me know. Great. Awesome, guys. Everybody remembers a server. So what happens, guys, is that when you're creating a React application, there are two types of applications that you can actually create. One is called as a client-based, a client-side project, okay, and one is called as a server-side project. Now, who is your client when you're creating a website? Who is your client right over there? The user is your client, right? The user is your client right over there. And a server-side project is basically your server, that backend itself. Now, within these two types of project, what happens is that a client-side project is something that all this JavaScript file goes to your client, okay, goes to the browser, the computer of your user itself, and right over there, somebody needs to understand this code, right? It needs to compile down, it needs to be understood by the computer. So that compiling and everything, is it happening in the backend, and then you're just sending the final result to the user? Or is it happening in the user's perspective itself, inside of the user's computer, and it is getting shown a particular output? Please try to understand it. Servers are costly. Even if we are able to rent it out, we are going to read about, we're going to learn about cloud computing very soon itself. But even if we are able to do that, still servers are costly, because billions of people are coming to websites like Amazon and Google.com. They need to prevent their resources from being exhausted. So due to that reason, most of the easiest stuff that a phone, that a computer can handle, they do it on the client side itself. Wherein I will write the code, I'll just send you the code itself. You compile it down, you look at all the things that you want to change inside of it, and directly use it right over there. Okay. So right now as well as the create, I'm very sorry. The create root method is a client side method. It is not a server side method. It is a client side method. That is, its compilation and everything will happen on our devices, on the user's devices itself, guys. Okay. So for that reason, instead of using directly React DOM.render, we're going to use React DOM.client. As you're able to see, this client, experimental, index, next, server. We are going to use client right over here. Okay. And now we are going to save it. We are going to go back to our website, and hopefully everything is working absolutely fine. Just let's refresh the page once again. Let us inspect the option once, console, and as you're able to see, there is no other like errors that are coming up. Okay, there's no other errors that are coming up. All these things that are just warnings itself, that is basically for my browser, because I've put up a lot of different shit that I didn't have to put up. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me understand this. Please do let me know. Even if you're not able to understand it, let me know what you were not able to grasp. Okay, do not say client. Okay, what can I do about it? What were you not able to grasp in that? So I'll explain that to you. Okay, the point is, this is something new, because we are going from a traditional method of programming in React.js to a very new version of React.js itself that has recently come up. and this is the latest version that is now stable, and everybody is going to use the latest version itself. So both the old version as well as the new version we need to keep in our minds. Okay, please try to understand that this change, this stability has just come up right now. Okay, so most of the companies out there are still working on the previous version of React.js. But whatever new projects that they're going to build, they're going to work on the latest version of React.js. So you need to understand both the older version as well as the newer version so that you are employable at any particular point of time. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Is everybody able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Guys, the project is not actually over. There is a lot that we have to do with the project itself. But yeah, the basics of it, the basic structural things, I've already implemented it for you guys. All the converting it from the older version of React.js to the newer version of React.js, I've done it for you guys. You have understood all these things. Now comes the thing that we want to learn in the future. In the next 2 minutes, I'll be taking up your attendance as well. Please don't worry about it, right? I'm very excited for this new things, right? Everything that comes up new instead of tech, I love it. And that is the reason why I want you guys to understand it as well. So if we go back, guys, if we go back and we want more notes on our screen, guys, I don't like one note. Okay, right now we are just having one note right over here. I want multiple notes on our screen itself. What you have to do is just go into our app.jsx. You want two nodes, copy paste this component. Now you have two nodes right over here. Let's save this. Let's go back to our website, reload our page. As you're able to see, that two nodes present on our screen. I want three nodes on our screen, guys. I want four nodes. I'll just copy paste this two more times. Now I'm having four nodes on our screen, guys. If I reload the page, as you're able to see, we are having four nodes on our screen. I want more nodes. I want more nodes. I want more four nodes on our screen, guys. Okay, right now we are having, where is it? I want more four nodes on our screen, guys. I'll just copy paste this. Here, save it. Go back to our website, and you are able to see we are having four nodes right over here on our screen. Now, the major problem that we are able to see, okay, the major problem that we are able to see is that every single node right over here has the same thing, inside of it, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Every single node that you are able to see on your screen has the exact same thing, exact same heading, exact same paragraph. I want it to change, right? I'm not going to paste up the exact same node again and again 50 times on my screen. It looks like shit. It looks like shit. Are we shit developers? No, we are great developers. We want to be amazing. We want to learn more. We want to understand more as well. For that particular purpose, that is the reason why I've scheduled the bootcamp in such a way that you are able to understand a little bit more about these topics. So the next bootcamp that is going to start, I think so, on 25th itself. So day after tomorrow, we're going to start with another bootcamp of ours that is going to be the back-end web development bootcamp, guys. Okay. So for those guys who are interested in the back-end web development bootcamp, there what we're going to learn is we're going to learn again. We are going to learn JavaScript once again, guys, because in that bootcamp we will be having some more students who will be joining us, some new students as well who will be not knowing anything about JavaScript, anything about programming as well, just like you guys were when you started with this particular bootcamp, right? So they will also be joining us. So again, that will be from scratch. Again, we'll revise our topics on JavaScript. We'll learn about Node.js, we'll learn about NPM, we'll learn about Express.js, we'll learn a little bit about backend, like databases and everything. We'll learn a little bit about APIs. What is an API? How does it work? We'll learn about implementing a project inside a backend, and that project, my friends, we'll put up a button right over here. On the top right corner of this particular project, we'll put up a button right over there, guys. Create a new node or just a plus button, something like that. We'll click on that button. It will open for us. It will open for us a new particular like model wherein it will be asking create a new node. The heading of the node and the description of the node will be able to fill that up. It will save that inside of our backend itself, guys. It will save that inside of our database. It will showcase a new node right over here with a new data. Every node will be different, and because our front end in React.js will be connected to a back end in MongoDB Express and Node.js itself. That is my idea. I've told this idea once to many of the people that were there. Some of you guys were not there inside of that time, so I wanted to let you guys know about it itself. So is that something that you guys will be interested in? Please let me know. Is that something that you guys will be interested in? Please let me know, guys. Is that something that you guys will be interested in? Please let me know. So that bootcamp is going to start on 25th. I have already taken into consideration that you have all registered for that year boot camp. Okay, so usually two boot camps simultaneously. I assume everybody is going to register for that. So you don't need to re-register yourself for the boot camp itself. I'll provide you guys right now with a WhatsApp community. If only if you are interested to join that boot camp, guys. Again, yes, it is also free. There is no cost for that. It also includes all the certificates that you are going to get, so you don't have to worry about that as well. But that will be for backend web development. The project is something that will help you to complete this project into a full stack project itself, that is front end and backend, not a full stack, a half full stack, a half stack project itself. That is what I will be calling it as. So you guys will be able to do that. If you want, I'll provide you guys with the link for that, and you guys will be able to join that particular group as well. We'll be providing you guys with the updates on that group. If it's fine, can I send you guys the community link right now itself? Please let me know. So give me a second, guys. I will create a community link for you guys. The attendance, guys, the class is not yet over. The class is not yet over. I will be providing you guys the attendance link in the next 2-3 minutes. Okay, let me provide you guys with the community link itself. Give me a second. Handling so many communities on my mobile phone, even if it's one of the best mobile phones that I'm able to afford, like the WhatsApp is still hanging like hell in this particular phone as well. Nevertheless, I wanted to make sure that I'm always approachable by you guys. So that is the reason why. How to create a community? I have no idea about it, guys. I think so. I need some help to create a new community itself. I'll just ask somebody to create the community and send me the link. इमीडिएटली एक बैकएंड वेब डेवलपमेंट जो नेक्स्ट बूट कैंप है उसका एक कम्युनिटी बना के मेरे को भेज दो इमीडिएटली. Okay. I have no idea how to create a community. I'm very sorry for that. Usually, I just tell it to one of my volunteers itself to complete it. And that volunteer usually like bombards me with a lot of different questions that I'm doing it for free. Okay. Why are you like asking me to create it? But nevertheless, I wanted you guys to get the best. And again, guys, this is not my own idea. Again, just making sure that I'm able to understand this with you guys. It was not my idea to create this two boot camps and make sure that you guys are able to learn the backend as well. It was actually one of you guys. It's actually one of you guys who approached me on LinkedIn and gave me this idea that this could be for the betterment of the students itself. And I was something that I'm like, sure, like, yes, that is something that I agree with it. That yeah, this is going to be something that is going to be useful for my own kids. So I decided, okay, fuck it, let's do it. I have no issues in that. So let's make sure that whatever bootcamp that I conduct, I always make sure of one particular thing, that the bootcamp is something that is helping you for placements, right? At the end of the day, many of the students tell me that okay, create a JavaScript, a Java full stack bootcamp, create a Python full stack bootcamp itself. But these are not going to get you any placements. I don't want to promote something that does not have placements inside of it. Yes, maybe a DSA and Java bootcamp, maybe a DSA C++ bootcamp, maybe Python AI bootcamp, Python machine learning bootcamp, Python data science bootcamp, maybe a cybersecurity bootcamp. I'm not great with cybersecurity, so I don't take up those bootcamps. I asked a very good friend of mine, Harsh Rakshit, who has previously worked in Google as a cybersecurity lead, as well as in UVOS. So he takes up that particular bootcamp itself, right? Okay. So all these boot camps I've already planned for you guys. It will soon come up, and you guys will be able to enjoy that as well. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll provide you guys with the link. I'm just waiting for the link to come up to me itself. Even I don't have the link right now. Okay, I think so. I have the link. Okay, copy link. Mail, Gmail. I'm sending the link to you guys. Give me a second, guys. How the fuck? I just created the link. I have not even shared. People have started joining it as well. I have no idea how that happened. I think so. I should have got the link up till this point of time. I hope so. I just sent the link to me right now. Yeah, I got the WhatsApp link. So this is the link, guys. Like I said, in the next bootcamp, you will be learning your JavaScript, React, sorry, Node.js, Express, MongoDB, a little bit of backend. Then what are APIs and how you can actually utilize them. You will also be learning about the how to create a backend project itself, and the backend project is going to be connected to the current project that we are working upon, the exact same project itself. Okay, guys, the class is not yet over. The class is of 90 minutes long. Okay, the class for the next 2 days is going to be 90 minutes long itself. So yeah, like I've already said, I provided you guys with the WhatsApp group link itself. Okay, I have learned Java for web development backend. Please don't do that. Do in JavaScript itself. In Java, you will not be able to get placements. Okay. So I've provided you guys with the WhatsApp group link itself right over here in the live chat, as you are able to see right over here. For today, tomorrow should be the last date. Now, Neha will be extending the bootcamp for one more day itself because some extra things are left for us to discuss. That is the reason why I've increased the number of days of the bootcamp by one day, because one day we have to repeat the day as well, right? When is this bootcamp getting over? On 25th itself, it will be getting over. So you don't have to worry about it. For those students who are a part of this particular bootcamp, they don't have to register for the backend bootcamp. If you want to register for the like cloud community bootcamp, you guys can definitely do that. For this, you guys can directly join. Okay. Can't join. Okay. Why is that the case? Let me just check once. Limit reached. Which limit is reaching? Let me check, guys. Let me check what is the problem right over here. यार लोग ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहे. अब इस दोस्त को भेज के चेक करवा प्लीज, लाइन पर है. Guys, I'm getting it checked. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I'm getting it checked. What is the issue? Okay. I'm getting it checked. What is the issue, guys? Don't worry. I think so many people are trying to join at the same particular point of time. That is the issue that is there. Just let's try to see if it is working or not, because a little bit of people have already joined, I guess. I guess that. Let me see. Let me leave a particular group itself and let us check if everything is working fine or not. Let me leave a particular group. So exit group, exit group. Let me try to join the group once again. हेलो, क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? क्यों? क्या बना के भेजी हो मेरे को? Why is the link not working? Email it to me on Shape Your Head. Yeah, and be on the line itself. Guys, I'm able to understand that the link is not working. I'm myself trying to figure it out itself. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. I'm myself trying to figure it out why it is not working. 2000 लोग हैं. 2000 लोग हैं. ग्रुप इमीडिएटली फिल हो जाएगा. Okay, guys, I think so. The link has started working. Please try to join it once again. Try to join once again, guys. I think so. It is starting to work. Try once again, guys. Sir, I've give my 1.5 year to Java, so shift to Node or not. Badwashi, please shift to Node immediately. Okay. Who is teaching you guys this? I don't understand it. Okay, guys, try it once again, guys. It is the link is actually working right now. There shouldn't be any issues as of this point of time. Try to join it, guys. I don't know what was the issue or something. Maybe the new group was created or something like that. Try to join it once again. Still the same, still not working. I have no idea why is it not working, guys. Nevertheless, those who are able to join it, I'm going to provide it right over here itself. I'll provide it to you guys in the description of the video as well, guys. That is the only thing that I can do for you guys. If it works, just try to use it at a later point of time. Let's try to see if it works for you. Okay, group for back end. Just see if it works for you at a later point of time. If it works, it's fine. If it is not working, even I can't do anything for you guys. Some people are able to join. Somewhere around 300 people have joined, I guess. Some people are still not able to join. I don't know what is the reason or why is it happening, guys. But nevertheless, the links for the same will be available on the Telegram channel, on the Discord channel, on the WhatsApp groups as well that you have previously joined. So the day one of that links will be there. So if you are on any other group of DevTown, you will still be able to get the link for the first day of classes itself for the backend itself, guys. So definitely join, guys, right over there. No issues. I'll provide it to you guys tomorrow as well if it is working for us. And let me provide you guys the attendance link right now. Right. Let me provide you guys the attendance link right now. Just write out if it is working at somebody point of time, just join. If it is not working, it's fine. Try to join it at somebody point of time. I don't know why is it not working. Even I don't have any clue about it. The first time that has happened, usually it works pretty fine. Nevertheless, I'll provide you guys with the attendance link right now, guys. Don't worry. So day 6, and we'll provide for the day 6 right over here as well. Response, open, link, shorten URL, copy. No issues with that, guys. I'll provide you guys with the attendance form. I'll just see if it is working at a later point of time. Okay, if it works, it's fine. If it does not work, it's fine itself. Okay, I provided you guys with the attendance link right over here itself, guys. The limit of the group hasn't reached because I'm able to see that it is like the people are just 200 itself. It is a community, I guess. The limit should not be reached right now. Fill up the attendance form itself, guys. If it is working at a later point of time, just check. Okay. Maybe, guys, maybe you will have to leave a certain number of groups and then join it. I have no idea why this is working. Fill up the attendance, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow's class at the same time and continue from right over there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Sorry for the disturbance, guys. I don't know why the link is not working. But nevertheless, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.